Hello everybody, I'm Tim Blair, and it's time for the Clay County Times-Democrat Weekly Web Update. Our weekly web update is brought to you each week by the good folks of Piggott State Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Well, this week our webcast originates from here in Memorial Park at Rector, right across from the Jeremy McDaniel Memorial Sports Complex. Now, beginning this evening, as I'm coming to you on Friday morning, this evening they'll begin playing the Little League District Tournament here. They'll be playing games on a couple of different fields here, and that will be going on through Sunday afternoon. And for all the information, you can find that in the print edition of the Clay County Times-Democrat this week. And there again, a great thing, a great opportunity for the community to showcase this excellent sports facility. As we said, adjacent to the park, many of you, if you haven't been here for baseball, perhaps have been here for the Labor Day picnic. We're adjacent to the Beauty Review stand, the main stage, the Rector Community Center just over there. And this is an excellent facility. They've got it really cleaned up nicely and got it looking good as it usually is. Now, we showed you a little bit as we came in, a little bit of the front part. If you haven't visited the park here in Rector in a time, of course, back during the ice storm, they lost the first row of the big trees there along the highway. They've been gone for quite a while, but the big tree just adjacent to the corner of the community center, that had to be taken down just in the last couple of weeks or so as that became infested and so forth. So a little bit of change, but still a beautiful facility. And whether you make it out for the baseball tournament or if you're here later on this year for the Rector Labor Day picnic, I think you'll be pleased. Well, in this week's edition of the Clay County Times-Democrat, you can find out all the information on the Farm Family of the Year. Congratulations going to the Yount family of Pollard. They were chosen as this year's Farm Family. We got a special section in this week's paper all about them, and you can pick that up. It's on the newsstands right now. We also have all the information on the free concert that will be part of the Piggott 4th of July picnic featuring Nashville singer-songwriter Jamie Teachner. You can pick that up as well. Also some information on that sales tax issue. Countywide sales tax issue has been placed on special election by the Quorum Court. That's coming up October 8th. We have all the details in the print edition. And in sports, we have details on the Little League tournament, which is coming up here. And we also have information on the tennis clinic. If you saw last week's webcast, showed you just a little bit of clips from the Junior Mohawk Tennis Clinic put on at the Piggott Public tennis courts down by the municipal swimming pool by Coach Seagraves. And we have all the details and all the post-clinic awards on that in this week's edition as well. A lot of things going on around the area. The construction projects, they're continuing. The McDonald's store opened late Monday afternoon. And then we had a grand opening ribbon cutting Tuesday. We'll have details on that coming up in the June 19th edition of the Clay County Times-Democrat. Also, work began on the branch bank. And of course, if you're going to build a branch bank, I guess the first thing you need to build is the safe. And we got a clip of that. Let's take a look at that now. As you can see, work continues on that project. Another big project is the one of the Casey store being built at the stoplight in Piggott. Now, we went by there Wednesday afternoon when they were setting the huge tanks in the ground and got a little bit of film of that. Then we stopped back by today to show you how the thing looking at this point. Now they got the lot all cleaned up and the structure of the building is starting to come up. Let's take a look at a few clips from that now. Beautiful day here in Rector for the second full day of summer. And of course, if you follow it, the summer solstice actually occurred early in the morning hours of Thursday. Yesterday, Thursday, was the longest day of the year as far as the amount of sunshine and the sun coming up in the most northeastern part of the sky, going down in the southwestern part of the sky. Now we'll start to have slightly shorter days each day as we've already approached the solstice and the longest day of the year. Our cameras were out a little bit else this week as we stopped by down at Magnolia Manor. The kids from the Area 4-H Club stopped by Magnolia Manor to read to some of the residents, and our cameras were there. Here's a couple of clips from that.
I bet that little boy wants some candy.
Coming up in the next edition of the Clay County Times-Democrat, as we mentioned, we'll have all the details on the Little League District Tournament here at the Jeremy McDaniel Memorial Sports Complex in Rector. We'll have information on the Pickett City Council, Pickett School Board. Both have meetings set for Monday. Also have information coming up on some of the activities that will be going on at the museums in Pickett, as the Hemingway Pfeiffer Museum and the Matilda and Carl Pfeiffer Museums, they're both going to be having a bike riding tour come through. They'll be visiting them this coming week, and also they have a group of Girl Scouts that will be coming there to take part in some in-service and day camp stuff. We'll have more details on that as well. We encourage you to pick up a print copy of the Clay County Times-Democrat. We also like to remind you the Delta Voice is on newsstands all up and down the region, from as far south as the other side of Mark Tree all the way up to around Advance, Missouri. Covers all that region. It's absolutely free. You can pick it up at a newsstand in your area. You can also sign up for a $300 monthly drawing that we have through the Delta Voice. Last winner was Becky Keys from Holcomb. She signed up over at the Junction. And with that, we wrap up another edition of the Clay County Times-Democrat Weekly Web Update, brought to you by the good folks of Pickett State Bank. And until next time, for the Clay County Times-Democrat and cctimesdemocrat.com, I'm Tim Blair.